445th Maintenance Squadron supports the global strategic airlift mission by ensuring we have mission-capable C-17s on the ready to deliver cargo around the world. To do this, we must ensure the aircraft are safe to fly by accomplishing a home station check inspection every 120 days for each of our 9 assigned aircraft.
In the beginning, it was frustrating. We knew how to plan and organize, but things just were not happening as planned. We fell into bad habits where work wasn't divided evenly, causing more work for some airmen and less for others. Or at other times, it would be the polar opposite, where different shops and personnel would all decide to work in the same area at once based off their own schedules. This led to people tripping all over themselves.
We knew we had to do something about this. We brought together a team to evaluate the process and really look at what we were doing. It didn't take long for us to realize we didn't really have a standardized process at all.
To build a process all the shops could support, we looked at what tasks each shop had and how to best coordinate all the career fields for this joint endeavor. With this in thinking, we were able to standardize a flowchart for the 6 variations of home station checks that we faced.
It wasn't easy. When you start with no defined process, coming up with a new one takes a lot of teamwork and collaboration. Once we were able to identify how things were going to flow, we came up with a way to begin a new process and continuously repeat it. By drafting the flow chart at the planning meeting and publishing it on the floor, each airman knew what to do and when.
We didn't just reflow the process, we were also able to improve it. By investing in some equipment, we were able to reduce the time it took to work on some of the identified bottleneck processes. We procured a crane and bead breaker to support our wheel and tire functions, thus speeding up our ability to tear down and build up wheel assemblies by 10%. This contributed to our ability to increase our wheel assets 400% despite the global tire shortage. We also added a wax applicator gun that enabled us to complete the floor panel install 80% faster. Ultimately, this allowed us to recapitalize on $623,000 in labor costs.
With so many shops working at one time, we also wanted to make sure we were working safely. We put together a warning tag board that could easily communicate to all those in the hangar the status of the aircraft and what could or could not be done. Our work is extremely dangerous, so it's essential that we accomplished each task while minimizing risk of injury to our teammates.
Preparation was also key here. We knew the flow of what was going to occur based off our planning meeting and approved flow chart. We were able to pre-position equipment and supplies. Age would bring us equipment and we would inspect and ensure serviceability before we even had an aircraft in the hangar. Additionally, by kitting parts based off system, we could do less requisitions and have the needed parts on hand at the maintainers ready.
Ultimately, we reduced the time it took to complete the inspection work cards from an average of 7 days to a continuous 3-day operation before transitioning to fixed phase of the home station check. This led to us being able to recapitalize 432 hours of our technicians' time that we could redistribute to other key tasks and professional development.
This savings was critical because, like many of our fellow maintenance organizations, we too were undemanded at times. Also, we wanted to deliver our aircraft early enough to support a robust goal of 104% of our scheduled flying hours. By reducing the time it took to accomplish this task, we met those stretch goals and bolstered our mission-capable rate, which soon led all of Air Force Reserve Command at 93%.
We knew as a team what we had done was great, and obviously better positioned us to support the Air Force mission. Yet we really felt proud of our accomplishments when we were able to showcase our efforts to the Vice Commander of the Air Force Reserve Command, Major General Haddad, and to the Air Mobility Command Commander, General Everhart, who told us this should be an Air Force benchmark.
After much success, we didn't want to just stop our efforts with the improvements made. We've internalized a culture of continuous improvement and now work on our own to achieve even more. We have projects in work to improve the process even further. We're putting together a group to evaluate work card changes to ensure our efficiency goals are obtained. Additionally, we will make the flowcharts electronic so we can save on printing expenses. Finally, we've ordered maintenance stands that will allow us to work around the engines more efficiently and effectively. We are even working on making this a paperless process, eliminating the need to double document and store physical records.
This entire effort is dedicated at one strategic goal: increasing aircraft availability in support of the Global Reach mission, the American warfighter, and our national security objectives. By reducing home station check inspection times, this team allowed the 445th Airlift Wing to fly 1,400 sorties at more than 5,000 flight hours, delivering 17,000 tons of cargo, including 3 real-world air evacuation missions each month. All this despite having the lowest possessed aircraft in the Air Force Reserve component fleet. I can't say enough how proud I am of this team. Their enthusiasm and dedication to this initiative speaks volumes to how seriously we take our mission in the 445th Maintenance Group. They well represented their squadron, group, and the entire 445th Airlift Wing and the Air Force Reserve Command. Their hard work and dedication not just saved time, it saved lives.